All right, Sean Lennon here, live with the most action-packed 2 hours, Chicagoland Sports Radio. But we're doing off the cuff from Chicagoland. So you might know me from Chicagoland Sports Radio. This is going to be the Fightelte Report special podcast. Mike the Truth Jackson joined me live in studio. We're also going to put this on my pro wrestling podcast, Voice of the Voiceless.
Very nice,
Mike Jackson is here, joining us live in studio. And of course, CMPunk, you're finding him June 9th, Saturday, on pay-per-view from Chicago, Houston native. You're undefeated kickboxing and boxing.
Right.
And while you're looking for your first pro MMA victory, things between you and CMPunk have been heated up as of late. Unappropriate public comment about him made by you. Unappropriate comment he made about you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was really just a canned comment that kind of got this thing underway. You know, the way I look at it is I'm a professional fighter as far as combat sports goes. And, I took the L to Mickey Gall, so I understand where he's coming from. But, look, this isn't professional wrestling. You know, you can't walk around and you've never fought and call someone a can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I take acceptance of that as a fighter. You know, at the time it was a little personal, but I kind of let it go. I've grown as a person.
Sure.
I don't let, like, silly stuff bother me anymore. But as a fighter, you know, I take exception to it, and again, we're in the fighting sport, and I ended up running to his coach, and I told him, I was like, yo, when I see your mans, I'll smack him in the face for talking a little too spicy about me, you know, and now we're here, this weekend, this hometown.
Yeah, it seems like it's taking forever. I think we last talked February, and before the fight was announced.
Well, you know, it's one of those things, it's like, I knew it was, look, I'm a slow cooker, you know, you gotta let it marinate a little bit, and it only made sense to fight, for the fight to take place here, you know, in Chicago, in his hometown, because it's going to be a bigger draw here than anywhere else, you know. So I understood what it was, and I'm a patient guy, you know, and you know, patience, you know. I forgot there's a little saying, patience, but anyway, I was here, you know, I'm ready to go. Definitely,
man. And of course, you're going to settle your differences in the octagon this Saturday. Former WWE Superstar CMPunk.
But I'm not fighting CM Punk. Right. I'm fighting PhilBrooks.
I hear you.
CM is the gimmick he had and the character who was a former world champion in pro wrestling. That's not who I'm fighting.
Right.
You know, I'm fighting PhilBrooks, a guy who's trying out mixed martial arts. You know, that's who's going to be stepping in the cage, and then he's gonna find out there's levels to this sport. You dig? And he's just not ready for this.
That's a great way to dehumanize him. You know, put him in that place. But talk about the attention the fights gain outside of the sport and pro wrestling. I was at Ring of Honor in Chicago. Cody Rhodes came out and started leading the fans with a "fuck MikeJackson" chant.
Right.
I didn't partake. But what was your reaction? Like, do you like the promotion of it?
I mean, because again, I don't take it personal. You know, it's a business. You know, that's cool. They're hyping up the fight. You know, so I can't be mad at it. It's gonna be more eyes on me because of Punk. Phil, and I'm just gonna take that and I'm just gonna capitalize on it. We're gonna migrate some of those fans over to the truth side.
Sounds good, man. Yeah. You've had a distinguishable face. I see you now. You're an MMA media member, but you could also have done like movies, music, man, and even pro wrestling because they have distinguishable faces.
Funny that you say that. Like I actually, there was a local show. Out at the VFW. There's an All-Star Wrestling.
Okay.
And I came out there. Cut a little promo to, you know, I gave some work to some guys out there. You know, it was fun, and you know, a lot of people they were talking about it, even the owner of the company. You know, he was talking, hey man, you need to come out. You know, we have Booker T's school, not too far from us out there. I've done it. You know, I've spoken to him. You know, so you never know.
Awesome.
You may see me in a pro wrestling ring here in the future. It's just one of those things I like to fill out and see what happens.
Sure.
But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm an entertainer. You know, as far as you mentioned, like the movies, man. Actually, as a kid, I was doing acting and plays.
Okay.
But I have a terrible memory, and so I'm not good at remembering lines.
Really?
For me, I'm an improv guy. I just like going off the top, you know, and that's what I do best. You know, as far as even when I cut the promo and things like that, and when I do like the little ad-libs, that's just me, man. As far as scripting goes, that's not my style.
Right.
You know, even when I'm interviewing cats, you know, it's just, everyone has their style, but for me, I just off the top, you know.
Sure.
And there's some times, man, I wish I probably would have written some, hey, man, you should jot some stuff down. But, you know, because I forgot, man, I have some in my head that I want to say, and I'll forget about it just in the conversation. But again, I would rather go that route than an alternative, because that's what works best for me. Not knocking it. Everyone has their style, but for me,
sure.
That's what works best. So
Exactly. Stick with it, right?
Yeah. Well, don't. It's not broke. Don't fix it.
So, depending on how the fight goes, would you rematch CM Punk in the squared circle in a professional wrestling? Right?
That was something that was brought up.
Really?
To be honest with you, and look, I wouldn't go into the professional wrestling world, and I wouldn't have called this guy Can, or I wouldn't have done that. For me, I want to work my way up if that's the route that I choose to go, and maybe I do come out like I'm in there for like a year or so, and I do very well, and I progress quickly. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what happens for me. Who knows? But it could be a possibility. You never know.
That's awesome. I know that they have the big event All In September 1st. I'm sure you heard of that.
Right.
Cody Rhodes is running.
Where's that going to be?
At the Sears Center.
Okay.
Yeah, they're sold out completely.
Man, I'm going to have to try to scout me a ticket.
No, I was thinking maybe you could perform on it. Or something, because I heard CM Punk's rumored to be part of the event.
Okay. Oh, man. You never know. Some shoe may pop up, you know what I'm saying? And we get it on and popping.
I'm sure you will not need a ticket to get to that venue. It might be hospital territory, but
and that's the other thing, man. This is gonna be a little bit different for me. I'm in Phil's hometown, and I fought in front of thousands of people before.
Sure.
I remember my second amateur fight. I fought in a Dustin Poirier undercard, and it was 10,000 people in that Coliseum. But this is gonna be a different environment. This is a huge venue. It's the United Center, and it's PhilBrooks or CM Punk, whoever they're showing up to support.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of people there. I'm going to hear a lot of boos, but at the end of the day, it's not a handicap match. It's not a tag match.
Right.
They can't fight for him. They can't help him out. And this is he and I, and we're going to boogie.
Okay, man. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Now the fight is made official. What do you think makes it appealing? Right, the fact you're facing a former WWE superstar. Why should people be drawn to this fight on the card?
Well, look, man, you have this cult icon, this cult personality, and PhilBrooks, or the CM Punk character, and he's going to bring a lot of attention because he's trying something new, and they want to see what he can do. Against the Gall fight, look, Gall had the most to lose and to win out of all of this. Gall was like a bread truck driver, if I'm not mistaken, and if he would have lost against myself or against Phil, he would have still been driving bread trucks, And look, if you have an opportunity to be a bread truck driver or a professional fighter, I'm pretty sure you're going to take that professional fighter route. If that's something you want to do, He has aspirations of being a champion. Neither one of us, Phil and myself, we don't. We're just doing this, I'm doing it because I'm an entertainer and I just enjoy fighting. He's doing it sort of as like a bucket list type of thing, So again, Gall had everything to lose, so when he went out there, he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Right.
Go out there, take this dude down, and submit him. And he did just that. I'm not going out there to do that. I'm going out there to display my skills. People know that I'm a striker. They know I'm a hitter. Look, again, all my wins in boxing and kickboxing would come via knockout, And so that's what I'm going out to do. I'm going out there to show my talent. And again, people want to see what he's going to do again as far as his striking goes. So that's why people are going to tune into this, because again, it's not going to be a replay of the Gall fight.
Yeah, I agree, man. With a lot of anticipation on this fight, it definitely has the makings of a really good pay-per-view. Altogether, the card is wonderful. Are you just excited to be on that?
I don't get caught up in the hype, man.
Okay.
That's how a lot of people they kind of get starstruck. For me, there's a saying like you act like you've been here before.
Sure.
I mean, really, I have been here before.
Right.
It's the second go around. But I'm a professional. And for me, I don't get caught up in the hype. I know what it's about. I've worked, although I worked on the lower level for Legacy and some other regional shows.
Okay.
Out in the Houston market, in Texas, all over the South. I understand what goes into business, and I just have to treat it as such. I can't get caught up in the lights and the glitz and the glamour, because that's how people get distracted, and I can't get distracted. This is a great opportunity for me, and I have to capitalize on it. And I can't go out here and get caught up and lose to Phil. There's no coming back from that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I have to go ahead, and again, not saying that I feel that I'm going to lose. I feel 100% confident in my abilities. But I can't get caught up in the hype. I can't get caught up in the CM Punk character. It's PhilBrooks is an amateur fighter at best. Right. And I'm a professional. And I have to treat this as such. And we're going to see June 9th what a professional can do.
Definitely, man. Just a few days away. CMPunk was recently being sued by his former WWE employer, including Chris Hyman, the medical doctor. Apparently, he won the case. It's 4 days away from the fight. You feel like this time away from training is detrimental for him?
By this time, the training is sort of has concluded.
Okay.
He's not doing any serious training now. I don't think it does anything from that physical standpoint. It's more mental. I feel he's an emotional person.
Sure.
He won this case. He's crying, and you don't understand. I hear he's crying. Or maybe he's acting. We don't know. But I feel it's gonna affect him in that manner. But as far as the training, not really.
Right.
But again, he's only gonna learn so much in this short period of time.
Sure.
If he hasn't learned it by like 2 weeks ago, he's not learning now. So I think for him it's more mental. I think it's a big relief for him and something off his back. And I'm happy for him. I don't like and I feel it was a frivolous lawsuit, to be honest with you. I read the story, I heard what happened, and I just can't side with that. So. And again, this isn't personal for me, so I don't wish ill will on him. I don't, even in the fight, I'm not trying to go in here and hurt this guy.
Right.
I'm just going to beat him.
For sure.
In a sporting competition. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy he got the win over there. That's the only win he's going to get this week.
I'm happy for him too, and I agree with that sentiment. Recently, man, we've got to see. Was it necessary for you to be satisfied for your performance? So going into this performance, what's necessary for you to be satisfied with it? Is it going to take Dana White coming back to you stage and saying, "Hey kid, great job. We'd like to see you come back"? Is that gonna be what it takes for you to be satisfied?
No. Look, I don't do this for anybody but myself. And for me to be satisfied, I just need to go out there and do what I know that I'm capable of doing.
Sure.
I'm a striker, man. I'm a phenomenal striker. I feel. Even in the UFC, just from if you take the grappling out of it, I'm one of the best strikers. Maybe I'm not like top 10 or whatever like that, but at this level, if you take just to put the boxing and all that, I feel I'm top.
Sure.
Obviously, it's MMA, so you have to have the other aspects that I'm not gonna say I don't care about, but again, I'd rather punch someone in the face than grapple with them.
Right.
And so for me, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I do, and not strike. I got to put on a great performance, and I have to entertain the crowd. Because again, people are sort of criticizing why we're on the pay-per-view card, and I'm telling people, because you're gonna be entertained.
Yeah.
They're paying this guy a lot of money, have to put him on the pay-per-view.
Right.
And me, look, I'm an entertainer, and I have to go out there and style on like I do.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. This is only your second fight, and you're age 33, I believe. What do you say to those who feel like it's late for you to make a run? I know you said the title is not in your grasp, it's not on your mind, but just late for you to start, fighting the UFC. What do you say to people like that?
Again, everyone has a different path. My path is different than, like a friend of mine, Sage Northcutt.
Right.
He's a young kid. He's looking to become a champion. Sure. Again, I'm not looking to become it. I'm just here because, again, I enjoy fighting. So it's different for everyone. Right. So if you have someone who's a little bit older, the game is changing, and it's tough. If you haven't already reached that level of success of becoming a champion, the chance of you reaching that, if you start this late in the game, highly unlikely. Not to say it can't be done. I mean, on the main event, we have Yoel Romero, who's 42 years old, about to fight for a title, So not to say it can't be done, but it's highly unlikely. Right. So again, I'm on a different path than a lot of these other guys,
Right. I got you, man. After this fight, how do you feel you're going to keep the interest of both the MMA and pro wrestling fans?
Man, my personality. I mean, this is what I do. I'm a talker. I'm an entertainer. I'll talk and do well on the mic. This is what I do. So I'm just gonna keep being me. And this is me. This is not an actor or show. This is who I am. Right. And so I'm gonna keep being me, and the fans will love it.
Right. That sounds good, man. And you're a foodie. So I know you've done the videos, and we are in Chicago. There's so many famous spots here. Where are you anticipating eating at? And I got some suggestions for you, man.
Well, I don't know, but people listening, look, you can tweet me at the Truth Jackson and hashtag Truth Food Tour.
Okay.
Any recommendations? I'm willing to take them on, and we'll see what happens. It's obviously Chicago, deep dish pizza. So hopefully I can find a great spot. And then we're gonna kick the Truth Food Tour off. Saturday night after the fights.
Oh, sounds good,
wherever we can get it. I'm staying an extra day, so on Sunday we're gonna find something else to get into.
Oh, Cheval's nice.
Yeah. Bam, there you go.
Best burger in the world, supposedly.
Oh, I want some. Well, you know what? If this is the best burger in the world, I'm willing. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ronnie's.
And right around the corner is Gus's Fried Chicken too.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Let's go.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's cool that you're really into, like, you know, doing those kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, showing the people a different side of you.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, I do got a podcast, Truth About Stuff, my guy.
Okay.
Showing up stuff, Richard Birdmaster. So, yeah, man, I just look, I'm an entertainer, man, and I like providing solid content for the fans and keep their interest.
Sounds good, man. Houston, you know, last year was victim to Hurricane Harvey, man. How was your experience in that?
Man, I was stuck on an island for about a week. You know, I didn't suffer any damage from the home, but I was stuck on an island for a little bit. It got kind of close, but we toughed it out. You know, we survived, and you know, the Houston, the area. You know, I live more in the suburbs. Actually, June 9th in Missouri City, where I'm at, is Mike the Truth Day.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Got my own day out there, so we're gonna start kicking that off every year and doing some cool stuff. But Houston, man, it took a big hit, but we're recovering very well. You know, I don't know what the numbers are looking like as far as complete recovery, but man, the Houston is booming. We're a great city. We come together, you know, and we're resilient, and we're seeing that.
Good to hear, man. I'm looking forward to coming by in the future.
Yeah,
My
you
buddy's from
gotta
there,
make it out there, man. Great cultural city, man. A lot of mixed cultures and food and all that good stuff out in H-Town.
You touched on CMPunk striking. Like, many have criticized him for not even throwing his punches properly to start off with. Do you feel like it's going to be the same this time, or do you anticipate his improvement?
Nah. You know, the crazy thing is the people who criticize him can't even strike. That's the crazy thing.
Right.
But no, I feel that he's going to improve a little bit, but again, it takes quite a bit of time to be able to improve, and I just don't see him being able. It's just no way he's on my level, and that's all that matters. I don't care how much he's improved; he's nowhere close to my level. That's all that matters.
Right. I wanted to really ask you real quick about Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, UFC 226. Yeah, give us insight about that fight.
Look, Derek's ready. Derek been wanting this fight for a long time. You know, this was when Francis met Derek a while back. He ran him into in the back and back of the event, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you're gonna be my next opponent." And Derek was like, "Cool." Well, he goes out there, he fights, and he wins, and he calls out everyone but Derek. So Derek is just the guy that that's not his thing. Look, you say you want to fight, then let's fight. You know, don't chicken out like you did. And so that's why Derek had this sort of animosity toward him. But now, you know, they're going to fight at UFC 226. And again, just like I'm about to knock out Phil, the Black Beast is knocking out Ngannou.
Can't wait for it, man. I'm going to be there.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going out to Vegas for International Fight Week.
Awesome.
I'll be out there, you know, doing my thing.
Cool.
Mainly eating, but we'll see what happens.
And real quick, what can we expect from Saturday night?
Knockout.
Awesome.
I don't know which round just yet. Depends on how I'm feeling. Maybe if I'm thinking the second round, but I may cook them a little longer. Who knows?
Mike the Truth Jackson, again, pleasure to have you on the Fight Report live in person, uncensored, and welcome back anytime.
Man, y'all make sure y'all follow me on my social media at the Truth Jackson, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and check out the podcast at MikeTheTruth.com/podcast. It's the Truth About Stuff on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitch, and all that good stuff.
Good luck Saturday, CMPunk UFC 225.